Hey, here you are. Didn't expect to find you resting, but I'm glad you are. You comfy? Awesome. Thank you for looking after yourself. How you feeling? All still good? The amber still doing its thing? Okay, that's good. What do you mean? How does it feel? Can I see it? The one you're wearing, I mean. I won't take it. I just want to see it. Leave it on you. It's clearly helping. It does look different. It looks weathered, a bit cracked even. And it feels almost like it's vibrating. I wonder if that's normal. You're not doing too much with it, right? You're not like using it all the time. I thought you could just wear it for a sort of passive regulation of power without, having to mindfully channel everything through it constantly. Was that wrong? Okay, well, maybe channel a bit less if you can. You need the stone to last. I know we have more of them, but it hasn't been that long. You'll go through them really fast at this rate. We'll have to subscribe to an Amber of the Month plan. Do you think there are monthly subscriptions to minerals? I'm kidding. Trying to lighten the mood. You do look lots better, way healthier in general. But you also look... It's hard to say. Do you feel at all strange or sick? Anything like that? I'm not sure what that means. Honestly, you're worrying me just a little. Really? Are you sure? Because it feels different. You do. You feel different, sort of. Like something's changed. Inside you, around you, I'm not sure, but it's different. No, of course not. I know you love me, and I love you. You're still my angel, my sweetness. I just want to be sure you're okay. I want to make sure we're both okay. All right then, if you're sure, I trust you. If you're not blowing up or lighting things on fire accidentally, then the amber is the right thing. And I'm glad it's giving you a way to focus and direct your energies. Just be careful, please. Be very, very careful about what you're doing. There's so little we know about you and your physiology and what the amber's actually doing. I don't want it to get like... That's not the word. I mean, in a sense, if it's the only way you can stay unexploded, then dependent is accurate. But like the same way a diabetic is dependent on insulin. It's necessary, but it's not like an addiction. I just want to be sure that everything is still safe and controlled and, normal for you and for us. I think so. I think as long as we keep the communication open, we'll be okay. Just be sure to tell me if something changes. If it feels different, if it feels like you can't resist doing something, if it feels like the amber is compelling you not to cast it into the fires of Mount Doom. I'm teasing you, but if you start calling it precious, we're going to find the nearest volcano. Mwah. I'm glad you're back to normal. You want to help me make dinner? You don't have to. If you're resting, keep resting. But if you feel up to it, I could use the hands. All right then, come on. Okay, can you get the oil out for me? Thank you. Oh, don't take a sip of that. That's blood. You really don't want to drink that. I know, but my normal tumbler is dirty. I'm making do. I wasn't trying to trick you. I'd really rather you not drink the stuff I need to live, since I sorta need it. Hey, at least I warned you. You didn't get a mouthful of B positive. I know, right? And yes, the good stuff. I feel like splurging a bit. I want to celebrate just a little. I don't know, it just feels like every time we manage to overcome something that could very possibly destroy us and we get through it alive and mostly okay, we should at least have a toast. Maybe a little dinner party. No, tonight is just us. Although I'd like to have a few people over sometime soon. Feels like we're due for a nice night in with the company of people who make us laugh. Not that I can't do that plenty as it is. Make you laugh. And you do the same for me. So at the very least, we'll never be bored. You want something to drink? You got it. Here we go. Already cold for you. You're welcome. Now, I have a real favor to ask. A real, genuine, difficult task to put on your shoulders. Are you sure? Don't agree to something until you know what it is. It might be the most odious, onerous task ever undertaken in a kitchen. It might, in fact, be torture. All right, then, if you're sure, my brave, strong, powerful angel, can you please chop the onions for me? You don't think it's difficult, but I hate chopping onions. I hate it with a fiery passion. I swear, it makes no sense to me that garlic got such a bad rap with vampires when it tastes so good and onions were right there, being all irritating to the eyes. Okay, well, if you could finally chop them, I would appreciate it. Just these here, don't worry about the rest. You can just use the knife. Why? What did you have in mind? Why would you use any powers for that? It's onion chopping. You showing off or something? I think I'd rather if you use the knife. Show me those mad chopping skills of yours. Remember how you told me you were such a great cook when we moved in together? Yeah, well, I rarely ask you to prove it, but now's your chance. Thank you. Let me get the oil started. Then we can start a nice sauté. The final result will be chicken, but in a fun way. Exciting chicken, saucy chicken. The sort that lightly slaps you in the face and then makes out with you. See, I knew you'd get me. Sautéed onions are just the start. I need salt and pepper. Oh, don't worry. I'm not sure I know how to make dinner without garlic. There will be plenty. Okay, the next question is what for the side? Our choices are potatoes or rice. I'm out of pasta. I mean, why, are you really craving pasta? Because I'm fine with potatoes or rice myself. What? Of course not. You definitely don't need to do that. Because that's like the last thing you need to be flying for. Flying is for emergencies or for in private. This is neither of those things. Why would... No, we're good. Just pick potatoes or rice. I can get pasta next time I'm out. You really don't need to go get it, and even if you did, you really don't need to do it in the air. I'm sure. Wow, you really are feeling better, huh? You're full of energy. Okay, well, maybe we can find a use for that energy later. For now, keep the chopping going. That looks perfect. You really do know how to use a knife. Oh yeah, it was one of the first things that drew me to you. That and your sparkling smile. Although the mushrooms on pizza thing was almost a deal breaker. Nope, never happened. I'm just glad we found our path together eventually. It was a close one, but we got there. Mushrooms and all. All right, this is looking good. Let me light the burner. No, I'll do it. I have the lighter right here. I said I'll do it. Hey, what is going on? Are you okay? Like, really okay? I know, I can tell, and that's great, but you seem a bit on edge and really eager to use your powers anywhere you can. I get that. Finally having control and direction and focus, it probably feels amazing. Like superpowers that you really have a handle on. I'm really proud of you for that. You've worked hard to get that side of you under control and in a good place. I just don't think using that power at every turn is a great idea. I don't, though. I try to live as normal a life as possible. Yes, normal like human. Although to be fair, I don't really have powers, just enhancements. Stronger, faster, longer lifespan, sharper senses, nothing too outlandish. I can't start fires with my fingertips or fly myself anywhere. I know, and I love you so much. I loved you long before you were ever my angel. When you were my normal, regular roommate, the human on the other half of the lease. I loved you then, and I love you now. So you don't have to prove anything to me. You don't have to impress me. I get that, and maybe you're right. Maybe it's harmless. But what if it's not? What if there are consequences to using the power too often? Or too strongly? Or, I don't know. I'm just very hesitant to be okay with using extra abilities when regular ones work just fine. A knife works. A lighter works. Having potatoes instead of pasta works. None of those things warrant what is basically magical intervention. I know it isn't magic, it's just a phrase, and you seem to be deliberately missing the point. I'm glad you're doing better. I'm glad you're not about to incinerate us. But I'm not super comfortable with flexing for the sake of it. I just want my sweetness in a normal, everyday, regular way. Because that's the you I love the most. That's the you that is you to me. Think about it this way. Do you love me because I'm a vampire? Or is that unrelated to how you feel about me? Or maybe even, do you love me despite the fact that I'm a vampire? You sure? Because I know my family has meant a lot of problems for us. You've gone through a lot being with me. And you've been the most amazing, steadfast partner for all of it. I couldn't ask for anyone better. You are the life I choose to live. So do you choose me because I'm extra strong? Or because of who I am? The person who kicks off her shoes and snuggles you on the couch and makes exciting chicken. Okay then, good. I hope that makes sense to you then. Just be you, sweetness. Be the you that you've always been. The rest is useful when we have a need for it, but it's not the best part of who you are. The best part is right here, in that smile of yours. That's you. That's my love. All right, can you scrape the onion into the oil then? Let's get it sizzling. Thank you. Perfect. We are only a short time away from chicken greatness. I guess we'll find out. And worst case, just in case it turns out that this isn't one of my better off-the-cuff recipes, we can always just order pizza. Of course no mushrooms on mine, but you can have all the mushrooms you like. Hey, Sweetness. Special shout out to this audio's randomly selected Sweetness patron, Huskita King 31. Thank you so much to all of my patrons. You make this channel possible. If you like what you hear, be sure to hit the subscribe button below. Leave a like and check out the links in the description for my other channels, my Patreon full of great perks, and all the ways you can support me with my gratitude. Thanks for listening.